Welcome to Soulful Fact Echoes, where the mysteries of the past come alive with every story we tell. Here, we dive deep into the echoes of ancient civilizations, fascinating discoveries, and the soul-stirring tales hidden beneath the sands of time. From the secrets of ancient mummies wrapped in intricate rituals to the mind-blowing historical facts that still puzzle archaeologists today, this channel is your gateway to a world where history, culture, and mystery converge. Subscribe to Soulful Fact Echoes and let's journey together through the whispers of history. Did you know that over 70 million mummies have been discovered in Egypt alone? That's right, and the story behind their preservation is just as fascinating as their existence. From the desert sands of ancient Egypt to the treasures hidden within the tombs, the tale of mummies stretches across thousands of years. But what exactly makes these bandage-wrapped figures so important to history? And why were they preserved with such care? Today we'll dive deep into the world of mummies and uncover the mysteries behind these timeless relics. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, you're in for a treat. Today we're exploring one of the most iconic symbols of ancient history, mummies wrapped in bandages. These ancient beings have captured the imagination of cultures, historians, and explorers for centuries. But there's so much more to them than meets the eye. From intricate mummification rituals to beliefs about the afterlife, mummies offer a glimpse into a civilization that was both highly spiritual and scientifically advanced. So get comfortable, grab a drink, and let's unravel some of the most fascinating facts about mummies together. Now, before we get too deep into the mummy magic, let's talk about a common misconception that floats around. A lot of folks think that mummies are just dried-up corpses wrapped in cloth. But it's so much more than that. Many of us have seen depictions of mummies in movies, wrapped in bandages, stumbling through dark tombs. But the reality is far more intricate and meaningful. So what really goes into preserving a body for thousands of years? Well, that's where the mystery deepens. Many people are curious about how mummies are preserved, but the truth is often misunderstood. Some believe that mummification was simply about wrapping the body, but it was an incredibly complex process. For example, did you know that the ancient Egyptians used natron, a naturally occurring salt, to dehydrate the body? This method alone took weeks and was essential for stopping decay. And that's just the beginning. Today we're going to dive into the actual practices and deep spiritual beliefs that shaped the mummification process. Because believe it or not, it wasn't just about preserving the body, it was about preserving the soul for the journey to the afterlife. Let's break down the mummification process, step by step. The ancient Egyptians believed in an afterlife where the soul would need its physical body for eternity. So, preserving the body became crucial. The process wasn't just practical, it was deeply spiritual. The journey started the moment someone passed away. The body would be taken to be embalmed, but the embalmers had to be skilled artisans. Their craft wasn't just about preparing a corpse, it was about preparing a vessel for the soul's eternal journey. First, the internal organs were carefully removed. Why? Because the Egyptians believed that certain organs wouldn't be needed in the afterlife. The liver, lungs, stomach, and intestines were placed in canopic jars, each protected by a different god. But interestingly, they left the heart in the body. The heart was considered the seat of intelligence and emotions, not the brain. They believed the heart would be weighed in the afterlife to determine the soul's purity. Once the organs were dealt with, the body was packed and covered with natron, the ancient salt we mentioned earlier. This dehydrated the body over the course of many days. And here's something cool. Each mummy would dry at different rates, depending on factors like the environment and even the person's status. After the drying process was complete, the body was ready for the wrapping. But here's where the magic really happened. It wasn't just linen bandages wrapped haphazardly around the body. The bandaging itself was a sacred ritual. The linen strips were sometimes as long as 400 meters. Imagine the craftsmanship involved. During the wrapping, priests would recite spells from the Book of the Dead to ensure the soul's safe passage to the afterlife. And they didn't stop there. Amulets were tucked into the wrappings for protection. From the scarab beetle to the ankh, each charm served a specific purpose. Different cultures, of course, had their own methods of mummification, but the Egyptians perfected it to an art. Think about it. Each mummy is like a time capsule. It holds within it not just a person, but a piece of a civilization, a belief system, and a snapshot of a time long past. And that's what makes them so fascinating. Now, here's where things get really exciting. Archaeological discoveries have always been game changers in our understanding of ancient civilizations, and the world of mummies is no exception. Recently, a stunning discovery was made near Luxor in Egypt. Archaeologists uncovered a tomb containing hundreds of mummies, some of which had never been seen before. Among them were high-ranking officials, commoners, and even animals. Yes, animals were mummified too: cats, dogs, and even crocodiles. This discovery has shed new light on ancient Egyptian society. For example, we learned more about the complex relationships between social status and the type of mummification an individual received. Some of the mummies found had more elaborate wrappings and richer amulets, suggesting they were of higher rank. But beyond the techniques, the stories these mummies hold are absolutely mind-blowing. One mummy, believed to be that of a noblewoman, was found with a perfectly preserved amulet tucked inside her wrappings, an amulet that no one had seen in centuries. The craftsmanship was unlike anything seen before. Just imagine what it was like to unearth these pieces of history, each telling a unique story of life, death, and the desire for immortality. So, as we wrap things up, pun intended, we've explored the intricate and fascinating world of mummies wrapped in bandages. What we've learned today is that they're far more than dried-up bodies, preserved for thousands of years. They carry with them the weight of history, spirituality, and the dreams of an ancient people who believed that life after death was worth preparing for. The rituals, the beliefs, and the intricate details of the mummification process tell us not just about the dead, but about the living, how they loved, feared, and revered the idea of eternity. And now it's your turn. I'd love to know what you found most surprising about mummification and ancient Egyptian beliefs. Drop a comment down below with your thoughts. And don't forget, if you want more deep dives into ancient history and archaeological wonders, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an adventure. Until next time, keep exploring the mysteries of the past